Now we will solve one question through which we will try to understand the rules of debit and credit, how the entries are recorded in journal. Before entering into the journal chapter, we must know the rules of the various account. Rules of personal account, we know it. Debit the receiver and credit the giver. We know the rules of personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver. We know the rules of real account. What comes in is debit means and what goes out is credit. If means as if the assets comes then debit, if assets goes out then credit. Because under the real account, assets comes under the real account. Now next account is your nominal account. All expenses and losses are debited and all incomes and gains are credited. So we have to know the rules of debit and credit first. Personal account, real account and nominal account. It's very easy. You first remember the rules. Personal account. Rules of personal account for debit and credit. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. The person who received the amount, their account will be debited. The person who is the giver, their account will be credited. For real account, all assets comes, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. What here means assets. In nominal account, all expenses and losses and all incomes and gains comes under nominal account. So if the expenses, is there any expenses and losses are debited and incomes and gains are credited. So we have to know the rules of debit and credit first. After knowing the rules of debit and credit, now we will apply that rules in the journal, that whose account will be debited and whose account will be credited by what amount. Okay, for that we have to apply the rules of the journal, double entry system, rules of double entry system. So I am giving you one question, you read that question and we'll do the entry. So first transaction is enter the following transaction in the journal of Manohar Lal and Sons. Manohar Lal and Sons. Then what we do, first of all we'll write in the books of Manohar Lal and Sons. Messrs. Manohar Lal and Sons. We are going to record the transaction in the books of Manohar Lal and Sons. Thereafter journal entry. Thereafter format. I discussed the format just now. Date, particular, LF. This is for ledger folio. LF. This is the amount. The two sides. One side is debit. Another side is your credit side. This is debit side and this is credit side. Okay. The first transaction. Now you see the first transaction. First transaction is Manohar Lal and Sons started business with cash. Manohar Lal and Sons started business with cash. So when the Manohar Lal, I am doing the working over here. I am using this space as a working notes. So when the Manohar Lal started business with cash, so cash comes in the business. Whenever we see the transaction, as I told you that, we always see the transaction from the business point of view. From whose point of view? From business point of view only. We never see the transaction as an employee, as a customer, as a supplier, as a government. We always see the transaction from the business point of view. Whose accounting you are going to maintain? Whose account you are going to maintain? If I am going to maintain the Manohar Lal Sons account, then always see the transaction from the Manohar Lal and Sons Okay, from the view of Manohar Lal and Sons. So Manohar Lal started business with cash. So cash account, and Manohar Lal has given the amount as a capital. So capital account. Instead of writing the Manohar Lal, we will write the capital. When the proprietor giving money to start the business or to run the business, that money is called capital. So we'll use the word capital. Now cash comes under real account, and this comes under personal account. Cash comes in the business, comes in. Then what we do? We do the debit. Capital is the indicating proprietor. Proprietor is giving that amount. Proprietor is giver. That's why we credit his account. Capital account will be credited. So we'll write the date first. Date is 2019 March 1st. March 1st. First of all, we write the year, then month, then date. So we start with the cash account debit. So we'll write like this: cash account debit. At the end of this particular space, debit, there we will take the one gap over here. We are going to give one gap space, and from here we will write 2 to indicate the credit. Whenever we want to write the amount in credit, we will write the 2. So to indicate the credit over here. So what we write in the credit? Capital, because capital is credited. Cash is debited. I have written the cash debit, and capital is credited. So capital account. We'll do the narration. Being business started with a capital. When a business started with cash. That's it. Okay, and thereafter we block this space. We close this space of particular, and then we write the amount. At what amount the business started? 60,000. It is given 60. So 60,000 cash debit. Cash is debit. So straight line 60,000. Capital is credit. So in the credit side 60,000. So every debit have a corresponding credit. Cash is debit and capital is credit. This should not be here and there. This should be in the straight line over here, just in front of this. So one transaction is completed. Now see the next transaction. See the next one. What is the next transactions? Read it. What is the next transactions? Next transaction is furniture purchased in cash. In March 2nd, date is March 2nd, I have written March 2nd. Furniture purchased in cash. So when we purchase the furniture, so furniture account, and we purchase through the cash, so cash account. 2 account is involved, furniture account and cash account. We debit the particular assets account when we purchase the assets. What is assets? That which is to use in the business, not for resale. If we purchase any fixed assets, any assets to use in the business, then that particular account will be open. And if you purchase the things to resell it, to sell it again, for selling purpose, as a commodity, we purchase it for sale, then purchase account will be open. Okay? Purchase account will be open. Purchase account will be open when we purchase the commodity or purchase the goods to resell it again. To sell it, not to use, not for use. Here we purchase the furniture not for sale but to use in the business. So when we purchase the furniture for cash, so furniture account will be open, 1, and cash account 2nd. Furniture also comes under real account, and cash also comes under real account. And you know the rules of real account? Debit what? Debit what comes in? So furniture comes in the business. Furniture comes in. Furniture comes in the business. Comes in. So debit. And cash goes out. We have done the payment. So cash will be credited. Cash will be credited. Is it clear? So furniture account comes under real account, and rules of real account for debit and credit is what comes in is debit, what goes out is credit. So when the business purchase the furniture, so furniture comes in business, comes in the business. So furniture will be debit and we pay the amount to the supplier. So cash goes out from the business, so cash will be credited. So we'll write over here furniture. Furniture is debit, so in the debit side we'll write furniture account debit. Here start with the credit, cash is credited, so credit start with the taking a space over here. Okay, then we'll write the cash account. Cash account. So just in front of the furniture in the debit side, the amount is how much? Amount is 10,000. So furniture purchased for 10,000 debit. In the debit column, just in front of that furniture I have written 10 and cash is credit. So in the credit column I will write straight and just in the face of this 10,000. Just straight, you can see it. Okay, and then we write the narration. What we will write in the narration? Furniture purchased. Furniture purchased for cash. For cash. And then we block. Close this particular area. We are not going to close the particular date, LF, amount. Not going to close this one. Only will close this area, particular area, so that we can identify the transaction. This is the one transaction having their own space, and this is the second transaction having their own space. Okay, for that reason we put the draw the line in between the two ends of the particular column to cover it. Next is purchase goods for cash. Purchased goods for cash. Next transaction, third transaction. Purchased goods for cash. When we purchase the goods for cash, so which account? Date is 4th March. Purchase goods for cash. Date is March 4. March 4. So purchase goods for cash. So we will open the purchase account. Purchase account and cash account. When we open the purchase account, we open the purchase account when we purchase the goods. What do you mean by the term goods? Goods means when we purchase the commodity or anything to sell it again in the market, that is called goods. And when we purchase the goods, we open the purchase account. We open which account? We open the purchase account. Okay, so purchase account will be debit. Purchase account comes under which account? Purchase is the comes under nominal account. It's an expense, nominal account. And cash is real account, assets. So under the nominal account, if I am going to explain, under the nominal account, the rules of nominal account is what? All expenses and losses are debited. So purchase is the expense. Purchase is what? It's an expense. So all expenses and losses are debit. And cash comes under real account. Rules of real account is what? Real account. What comes in is debit and what goes out is credit. So when we purchase the goods and do the payment through cash, so cash goes out from the business. Cash goes out. It comes under real account. So it is, this account will be credited. So purchase account will be debited and cash account will be credited. So we'll write this like this: purchase account debit to cash account. To cash account. Narration will be very simple and short. To being goods purchased. Being goods purchased. If you don't write anything thereafter, it means it's a cash purchase. So amount is how much? How much goods? What's the value of that goods? 25,000. So write the amount 25,000. 25,000 in debit and 25,000 in credit, and thereafter block this space. Block this space. So narration should be clear, short, and easy to understand. Why this account is debited and why this account is credited. Through narration, we want to giving explanation to the reader, whosoever be the reader in future of this account. He or she can easily understand that this account is debited because of this reason and this account is credited because of these reasons. And this account is involved for that and this account is involved for these reasons. So narration should be short, should be clear, and should be simple. Objective of narration is to clarify without seeing the West Book record or memorandum book record of the memorandum book. They can understood that this entry and the posting. Is it clear? Next is I don't have the much more space, and so I am going to erase so that I will write the transaction here once again in this space. You write the transaction at the bottom. You have a long page, so you write the transaction at the bottom. Okay. In continuations, you write the transactions in continuation of the same page. Okay, I am just going to erase this one because I can write the transaction, other transactions. Okay, now the next, bought goods from Kamlesh. Bought goods from Kamlesh means purchased goods from Kamlesh. So purchase account, and we have purchased the goods from Kamlesh. So Kamlesh account. Bought goods from Kamlesh. It means we purchased the goods from Kamlesh on credit. Only it is written bought goods from Kamlesh. There is no information about it, whether it's a cash purchase or it's a credit purchase. Nothing mentioned over there. And Kamlesh account name is written over there. It means it indicate that it's goods purchased on credit. That's why I have written the name of Kamlesh. If the goods was purchased for cash, then I will write the cash over here. So purchase comes under nominal account. Just now I have discussed. It's an expense. That's why this will be debited. Ramesh personal account. And you know the rules of personal account. Personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver. So Kamlesh, we purchase the goods from Kamlesh. So Kamlesh is the giver. Kamlesh is the giver. And that's why his account will be credited. Debit the receiver and credit the giver. So we'll write over here first date. Date is March 5th March. So transaction is purchase account debit. We'll write it this debit. Thereafter we'll take the space once again. We'll take the space in every transaction when we are going to write the credit. So start with the 2. Credit start with the 2 and we'll write the Kamlesh. Kamlesh account is credited. So Kamlesh account being goods purchased on credit. That's it. Being goods purchased on credit. So amount is what? What is the amount? It is 15,000. So 15,000 is debit in the purchase account, and in the Kamlesh account credit side 15,000. In the credit side, just straight Kamlesh account. Now let's see the next transaction. Paid to Kamlesh. Paid to Kamlesh. Next is paid cash to Kamlesh. So Kamlesh account is involved and you have paid the cash, so cash account is here. Kamlesh personal cash real personal account debit the receiver. So Kamlesh is the receiver, so his account will be debited. His account will be debited because he is the receiver. He is the receiver. And real account, cash goes out from the business. What comes in is debit, what goes out is credit. Cash goes out from the business. When we pay the amount to Kamlesh, cash goes out from the business and Kamlesh is the receiver of that amount. So Kamlesh account will be debited. So it is 10 March 10, Kamlesh account will be debited to cash will be credited. So whenever we write the credit, so start with the to cash account. Here we write the narration, brief explanations being cash paid to Kamlesh. What is the amount? How much? The amount is 15,000. So 15,000 is in debit. Yes, 15,000 is debit and 15,000 is in credit in the state of the cash account. Cash account is credit. So in the straight cash, in the credit column we will write 15. In Kamlesh is debit. So in the straight we will write in the debit column 15. And this area will be blocked. This space will be blocked. Okay. Next transaction is purchase goods from Sohan. Purchased goods from Sohan. So purchase account and Sohan account. Two account is involved. Purchase comes under nominal. It's an expense. It's an expense. And all expenses and losses what it is? Debit. Sohan comes under personal. He is the giver. Because we purchase the goods from Sohan. Sohan is the giver. He is giving us. His account will be credited. So the entry will be purchase will be debit and Sohan account will be credit. So you write the date first. Date is 16. So purchase account will be debited. Purchase account to Sohan account. It is not necessary to write the account over here. Account over it. You may or you may not write. Not mandatory. For a personal account, it is not mandatory. Okay. Even it is not mandatory nowadays. Nowadays also it is not mandatory. But okay, we start with this knowledge first. Thereafter we will just make it sharp thereafter. So the transaction narration will be being goods purchased. That's it. Thereafter nothing I have written. It means it is purchased on credit. Purchased on, you may write it purchased on credit. Purchased on credit and thereafter you block it. Block this space. Okay. The next is, so I am going to erase this one. Amount is how much the amount is? Amount is purchase goods from Sohan. Sohan It is 6,000. So we'll write in the debit 6 and credit side 6,000. Is it clear? 6 in debit and 6 in credit. Now I'm going to erase this one once again so that I can write the transactions which is given in this question. Anna, we write the erasing it. Why I am erasing it? Because the next transaction I can write it over here. Because my space is very less. Space of the board is very less. Okay. You know the problem well. You know the problem of a teacher well. Yes. So try to understand all these things. Okay. Now the next transaction is purchased goods from Sohan for cash. Purchased goods from Sohan for cash. What it means? It's a credit purchase or cash purchase? It's a cash purchase because it is written that you have purchased goods from Sohan for cash. It means you have done the payment. So it's a cash purchase. So purchase account will be open. Purchase, and second your cash. Two account will be open. Purchase nominal and cash real assets. Nominal as an expense, it is debited. All expenses and losses debit. Real, what goes out is credit. Goes out, cash goes out. That's why it is credited. So purchase account, you write the date over here, March. It is March 18. March 18. Purchase account debit. Purchase account debit to cash is on credit. So on credit we start with the letter to. What to? Cash account. Narration, brief narration being goods purchased. Thereafter I have not written anything. It means it's a cash purchase. It's a cash purchase. Amount is what? Amount is 8,000. So we'll write the amount 8,000 in debit in the state of this purchase account, and just in parallel to the cash account in credit side I will write 8,000 in credit side. Credit side 8,000. So this is the transactions of purchase goods for cash. Even the name of the supplier has given purchase goods from Sohan for cash. So when I purchase the goods for cash, whether it is the name of the supplier has written, it has no meaning, because I am going to pass the entry for cash, because cash is paid. Now next is paid rent for office. We have paid the rent for office. So when we paid the rent for office, so account will be office rent account, and we have paid the amount. So cash account is involved. Two account is involved. One is cash because we have do the payment. So cash, and payment is for what? Rent. Which rent? Factory rent or office rent? It's a office rent. So we'll write the office rent. If only rent will be written, then we'll write rent account. If it is written the factory rent, then we'll write the factory rent. Okay. Here it is office rent. Rent comes under nominal account. It's an expense. Nominal account. And why it comes under nominal account? Because it's expenses. And you know the expenses, all expenses and losses will be debited. All expenses and losses under the nominal account is debited. Cash comes under real account. It's an assets. That's why it comes under real account. And you know the real account rules: debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Here cash comes in the business or cash goes out from the business? Cash goes out from the business because we have done the payment, goes out. So that's why this account will be credited. So office rent will be debited and cash will be credited. So the entry will be, we write the date first, March 20. March 20. rent account debit, office rent account debit to cash account. Cash is on credit, so start with the letter 2. 2. And start with the 2. Being office rent paid. Being office rent paid. This is the narration. Brief explanations. Amount is 1000. So 1000 is in debit and 1000 is in credit. So in this way we record the transaction in the books of the business. So in this way we record the transaction in the books of the business, in the books of the firm. So we have to know which account will be debited and which account will be credited. For that we have to know the rules of personal account, real account and nominal account. It's a traditional approach developed in England. This is the rules of debit and credit developed in England. It is called traditional approach of debit and credit. So we must know the rules first of debit and credit, that whose account will be debited and credited. For that, account is classified into 3: personal, real and nominal. Personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Real account, what comes in is debit, what goes out is credit. Nominal account, all expenses and losses debit and all incomes and gains credit. Is it clear? If you are talking about the modern approach which was developed in America, traditional approach was developed in England and modern approach is developed in America. As per the American approach, they have divided in 5: capital, liability, assets, expenses, losses, incomes and gains. Yes? For capital, if the capital will increase, credit; if capital will decrease, debit. For assets, for liability will increase, then credit; liability will decrease, then debit. For assets, if assets will increase, debit; if assets will decrease, credit. For expenses and losses, if it is increased, debit; if it decreased, credit. Incomes and gains, if it is increased, then credit; if it is decreased, debit. So there are 2 approach of debit and credit, but you apply the traditional approach. It is easy for you all. Okay, traditional approach, you are somewhere you can think according to the modern approach as well, but some maximum places you have to think as per the traditional approach which was developed in England. Okay.